So what's that make?
2.5 years, kind of part-time.
And he likes you.
Who?
Your boss, Mr. Stroheim?
Yeah. Sometimes I'm not sure.
You come in on time?
Yeah.
You do your work?
Yeah.
Well, then why shouldn't you like it? Tomorrow, you go in and you ask him for a raise.
A raise.
You tell him you think you're worth another $5 a week.
$5.
He'll offer you $1.25. You'll settle for $2.50. I know how these things work. You're a high school graduate. He's lucky he's got you.
I don't think now's the time to ask him for a raise, Pop. I think his wife is sick.
You're afraid to ask him? You need me to take you by the hand and say, my little boy wants a raise.
I'm not afraid.
Look, he probably wouldn't ask you if he didn't think it was the right time. Believe me, you need to ask that.
Ma, I think I have a bone in my throat.
You have no bones and liver.
So, what's new at dancing school, Nora?
Nothing's new. Mind your own business.
I'm just trying to introduce a subject.
I don't need your help. Will you tell her to be quiet, Mother? Lori, if you're finished, you may be excused.
What happened at dancing school?
Nora received a very nice compliment from her dancing teacher. He said that she has professional potential.
He didn't say potential. Potential is the future. Mr. Beckman is worried about Nora's immediate presence.
And this, Mr. Beckman, he's your teacher?
No, he's one of the most widely known and respected producers on Broadway.
Broadway. Isn't that something? And how are you doing in school otherwise?
I'm doing fine. She's doing very well.
I wish I was as smart as she is.
Isn't that the same Mr. Beckman that's producing the great Broadway extravaganza Abracadabra? I heard if a girl gets hired through the course of a show like that, not only is career practically guaranteed, but the experience she gains is equivalent to a 4-year college education.
Gee, that's enough.
Only a 4-year college education is equal to a 4-year college education.
Well, I don't think Abraham Lincoln went to college.
Lori, you feeling all right?
Yes, Uncle Jack.
You getting plenty of fresh air?
As much as I can hold in my lungs. Nora, did you know Uncle Jack got the big tank that spilled in water?
Girls, this is not the time to discuss it. Let Uncle Jack finish his dinner. We'll discuss it later.
Somebody has something to discuss. If you have something to discuss, now is the time to mention it. This is the family hour.
What a great idea for a radio show, the Family Hour. Every week, you hear a new family talk about their problems of the week, and you can hear different recipes. WEAF presents Dinner at Brighton Beach, starring the Jacob Jerome family, with this week's special, Liver and Cabbage, brought to you by X-Lax, the mild accent.
The whole country's going to hear about a 15-year-old boy gagging on liver.
Eugene, finish your liver.
I can't swallow it. It won't go down. Do y'all remember the lime bean catastrophe last month? Does anybody want to see a repeat of that disgusting episode?
Why does he always talk like he's in a Sherlock Holmes story?
Thinks he's a writer.
What do you think you are?
Half of it.
Which half? They're both terrible.
A quarter of it. 2 bites.
1 bite.
2 bites.
I know you. If I eat 1 bite, you'll make me eat another bite. I'll take it up to my room. I need time to finish it.
These are not the times to waste food, Eugene. If you didn't want it, you shouldn't have taken it.
I did take it. It came attached to the plate.
If it's so important to everybody, I'll eat your liver, Eugene.
You will?
It seems like the only thing this family is interested in. Give me your liver so we can get on with more important things in our lives.
Nora's right. If nobody likes it, why do we make it anyways?
Because we can't afford a roast beef for 7 people.
So, nobody has anything to discuss?
Well, as a matter of fact,
Yes?
nothing.
I'll open the dishes.
Well, Stanley, turn on the news.
Can I talk to you, Pop? It's important.
Lori, more important than what's going on in Europe?
Well, not more important, it's just coming up sooner.
Hitler's already moved into Austria. What's wrong with this radio?
Someone's been fooling around with it. Haven't they, Eugene?
Why, Eugene? How about the news on last night?
You will listen to the ball game this afternoon.
Listen, I don't want anyone touching this radio. You hear?
Guess who's gonna get blamed for the war in Europe?
You think there'll be a war pop? I'm in America too.
I mean, we're already in it. Friends, relatives. If you're Jewish, you've got someone you know suffering in the world.
Ida Kaczynski's from the sky to Poland. The story she tells about what's going on over there, you don't even want to hear.
Well, how many relatives do we have in Europe?
You know, uncles, cousins. I have a great aunt. Your father has nephews.
I've got a cousin, Shalom, his whole family.
Dave had relatives in Warsaw. It's where his mother was born.
Well, what if they got out?
What do you mean?
Your nephews, mom's aunts and cousins. Where'd they put them?
What God gives us to deal with, we'll deal with.
Well, what do you even worry about that for? Go upstairs and work on your speech.
What speech?
How you guys can store how you want to raise tomorrow?
Eugene, where's my newspaper?
Luke Gehrig got 2 hits today. Ruben Lewis hitting 302.
What I take a reading upon his paper before he has it?
I didn't break it. The print doesn't come off if I take a quick look at it.
Eugene, don't be fresh with your mother. Upstairs. Everybody.
I'll come down later, okay?
Come on, Stan, I have to talk to you anyway.
You're a pest. Did anyone ever tell you that?
Yeah, I have a list upstairs. You want to dig into it?
What would we do, Kate?
What hasn't landed yet? I can't do a boat that hasn't came yet.
Uncle Jack, I know you're tired and you have a lot of things on your mind, but my entire future may depend on your decision, and I have to know tonight because I have to call Mr. Beckman and tell him I can go to the audition on Monday.
Who's Mr. Beck?
The Brighton leaders will be talking about at dinner.
Ever. Remember?
Lori, upstairs. Nora, this is not the time.
It's never the time. You won't make a decision and I can't talk to you. Well, I'll make my own decision if no one else is interested. I'm 16 and a half years old and I can do what I want.
I don't want to talk to her yet.
No, I'll handle it. Nora's right. It's my mom.
She can't talk to me. I'm her uncle, for God's sakes.
Well, she needs her father. Well, now she'll tell you.
I never learned.
You mind if I sit down?